What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, I'll be telling you everything you need to know regarding the upcoming or potential Chainsaw Man collaboration. It seems a lot more likely after some new things that have actually happened, and of course, what is going on with the South Park x Fortnite collaboration as well, which appears to be the return of mini event passes in the game. Now, I do want to start off today's video by mentioning the fact that when Epic Games went ahead and updated the Fortnite crew, one thing they had mentioned was every pass all the time, so I'm curious to see if with the return of mini passes potentially coming out based on leaks and everything on January 9th, if we're going to be getting these mini passes as part of the Fortnite crew, where if you're someone who subscribed to the crew, congratulations, you can get, for example, all the actual South Park cosmetics for a little bit free. Like, you still have to do the grind or whatever else, but you'll be able to grab them. Now, to start off today's video, let me go ahead and show the South Park teaser image on screen right here. We of course have an actual image here that's kind of like half South Park, half Fortnite, with the copyright of 2026, which honestly is a little weird to see, especially after, you know, the fact that I think this is like one of the first 2026 collaborations where we've actually had to see the copyright information on it. Now, the actual name of the actual account here, feel free to go like try adding it, I guess, or whatever, is 67 Chaos 67. So, you know, you kind of have your whole 6-7 joke all the way in 2026 now, but you also have all that other stuff going on as well. And a lot of people are wondering if this means that we could get the alter ego of Butters being Professor Chaos as an actual skin, or I guess, you know, like a sidekick or something in the game for the South Park collaboration, since, you know, they used Butters for that actual teaser image thing or whatever else I guess you would try calling it, and the actual name of the character, or I guess, you know, the account they used mentions the word chaos in it. Could it also just be an absolute, you know, nonsensical thing they went ahead and did for the sake of, you know, a South Park episode or something? Sure, that 100% could be an actual opportunity for, you know, why this is done in that certain way, but I still thought I would bring that up for your guys' attention. Now, for the next thing we have to talk about in today's YouTube video, Chainsaw Man x Fortnite. Yesterday's video, we had kind of talked about this a little bit. However, we've gotten some more information recently that is official regarding some things of Chainsaw Man actually happening in the Fortnite universe, potentially a second jam track as well. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you this image on screen right now of this week's jam track rotation of new jam tracks joining the Fortnite item shop this Thursday. We have ourselves No Broke Boys by Disco Lines and Tanashi, and then we have a actual jam track from the new Chainsaw Man Reze Arc movie being Iris Out. Now, an interesting thing to mention about this is the fact that this actually gets announced very, very, very shortly after we start having a lot of rumors and leaks and stuff going on regarding a Chainsaw Man collaboration. But what makes it even more interesting is that there might be more going on than just a jam track, because I know right away when people saw that there was going to be a jam track as part of this collaboration, some people were wondering, okay, based on everything, you know, based on these leaks and everything, what if the whole entire Chainsaw Man collab in general was quite literally just for, you know, this jam track and nothing else? But if we go ahead and put this image on screen right now, which you may not notice much because, you know, it's pretty much the same as the first image, you may notice a slight difference here. For example, here's the first image, and here is the original image they had posted. A second artist is actually mentioned for the Iris Out song. And the reason why this is important to mention, I'll go ahead and switch between the two over and over so you can kind of see that here and there, is because there was a second Chainsaw Man song that was actually created called Jane Doe that was used in the Chainsaw Man Reze Arc movie. That makes me wonder if this accident was because they actually planned to release two Chainsaw Man jam tracks specifically for the Reze Arc movie at the exact same time, but ended up deciding just to do one early or something like that. Now, there's a million different ways to speculate about it, and I know in a previous video I had talked to you guys about what I could see being the main focal points for this type of Chainsaw Man collaboration, but considering the fact that we now have two jam tracks, why did I not die down here? But considering the fact that we have two jam tracks that are now related to the Reze Arc movie, I wouldn't be surprised if the main character focus is different from what I originally said. Instead of being focused on like Makima, you know, Aki, Power, and Denji, I feel like instead they could definitely have more of a focus on Reze, you know, probably still have Makima in there as well, because I definitely feel like Makima and Reze are kind of like the two love interests for Denji in the Chainsaw Man movie and in the manga and everything, at least early on. And then you could of course still have, like, you know, Denji is one of the characters that you can have as a skin of. You can still have like Pochita as a sidekick or something like that. But if we were to do that different set of characters, you know, Makima, Reze, and of course Denji, then it makes me wonder who would be the male character if they were to do 4 actual skins and have a male character as part of the collaboration for 2 male, 2 female. What could it possibly even be? Because I'm trying to think, and, you know, still there's like Aki that's actually in in the movie and stuff, but I'm not for sure if he really would fit in for a RZA arc actual movie collaboration. Now, of course, they could still have more collaborations, such as just for Chainsaw Man in general, you know, the manga, or for example, the Assassin's arc that's going to be animated soon. There's a lot of different areas for them to actually go about a Chainsaw Man collab, but it does seem a little bit more interesting that not only did we just get one jam track announced, but they kind of potentially leaked that internally, at least, they were working on a secondary jam track for a Chainsaw Man collab, even if the collab ends up literally just being jam tracks and nothing else. And considering the fact that both of the actual jam tracks that have been leaked have both been related specifically to the RZA arc movie, I wouldn't be surprised if RZA actually is one of the characters we end up getting a skin for. But then again, we've had anime collaborations before in Fortnite that only ended up being a jam track and nothing else, so it's going to be interesting to see what actually comes from this, and I'd love to hear in the comments down below, what are you hoping for? What do you think is actually happening here? Do you think they just kind of made a mistake, you know, got the two songs mixed up without any actual plans for a second jam track because of the fact that they're both from the same movie? Or do you think, like I do, that potentially, considering all the leaks and stuff we've had recently, there could be more going on here? Until next time, however, I hope champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload. So until then, peace out.